Good morning. Namaste from India. Yesterday we discussed a topic on cyberspace and various threats. Just a small conclusion from my side yesterday topic. Yesterday's session was delivered by Mr. Amit Garg sir and topic related to the cyberspace ecosystem, network and various types of threats and security. This is a conclusion and short analysis from my side. What is the cyberspace and its meaning? The term cyberspace seems to have originated from science fiction movie. However, in the 21st century, it has become an integral part of our life. Let us learn what cyberspace is, the importance of the law to determine cybersecurity in the introduction of cyberspace. What is the cyberspace definition? In my point of view, the best way to define cyberspace is the virtual and dynamic space created by the machine clones. According to the cyberspace definition, it is the web consisting of consumer, computer, electronics, and communication network by which the consumer is connected to the world. Mobile is the new target in the cyberspace and cybersecurity field. Cybersecurity trend provide a consumer increase around 50%. Already decided yesterday discussion some this point. All our photo, financial transaction, email, message, postage are more threat to individual. Smartphone, virus and malware many capture the attention of cybersecurity trend in 2022 this year. Cloud is the most also potential vulnerable, with more and more organizations now stabilized on cloud. Security measures need to be continuously monitored and updated to the safeguard the data from the leaks. Although cloud applications such as Google or Microsoft are well equipped with security from their end, still it the user end that act as a significant source for erroneous errors, malicious software and phishing attacks. Data breach prime target. Data will continue to the leading concern of organization around the world, and individual of organization safeguard digital data is the primary goal. Now, any minor flaw or bug in your system, browser or software is a potential vulnerability for hacker to the access personal information. New strict measure GDPR was enforced from May 25, 2018 onward, offering the data protection and privacy for the individual in European Union. Similarly, a California Consumer Privacy Act was applied after the January 1st, 2020 for the safeguard consumer rights in the California area. Now the cyberspace history. The word cyberspace first made its appearance in William Gibson's science fiction book Necromus. The books describe an online world filled with the computers and associate societal elements. In that book, the author describes cyberspace as a 3D virtual landscape created by a network of computers. Although it looks like a physical space, it is generated by a computer representing abstract data. After the publication of the book, the word cyberspace became a mainstay in many English dictionaries. The New Oxford Dictionary of English provides cyberspace definition as a notational environment used by the people to communicate over network of the computer. As per the cyberspace meaning, cyberspace is a virtual space with no mass, gravity, or boundary. It is the interacted space between network of computers. Bits and bytes, zeros and ones are used to define cyberspace. It is a dynamic environment where these values change continuously. It can also be defined as the imaginary location where two parties can converse. What is the in overall cyberspace definition? It is the best go for the generic cyberspace meaning as the dynamic and virtual space that connect the different computer systems. An analogy can be drawn between cyberspace and the human brain. Like there are innumerable neurons present in the brain, cyberspace has countless connections and network that exist between the computer system. The term was first introduced in the William Gibson science fiction book Necromus. After that, the term found a place in many English dictionaries. Already then. Next question, how is the cyberspace different from the physical world? Cyberspace is completely different from the physical world. In the physical world, everything has a defined shape and behavior. However, if you find the answer to what is cyberspace, you will find that it is absolutely undefined. The change that takes place in a physical world are gradual, defined manner. However, in the cyberspace, the change takes place in exponential manner. The physical world is static, while cyberspace is dynamic. The physical world has defined reach and form, while cyberspace can be as a broad as a human imagination. Therefore, physical law are not applicable to the cyber security. Are cyberspace and internet the same thing? The internet and cyberspace are not the same thing and are usually confused by people. The internet can be defined as a computer network globally that allow effective communication and exchange of information through other interconnected networks. On the other hand, cyberspace is a virtual world where there is a huge network of computers. It is a more figurative and symbolic space that exists in the spectrum of the internet. Is cyberspace safe for us to the use? The online world has become a part of our life and its usage has increased enormously. This is the mostly used by the teenagers where they use social media platform to the talk to friends, chat, play games, and post picture they like. Cyberspace has become a place where one can easily communicate with other without having to go out their home. However, cyberspace has some dangers where one can be harassed, threatened, bullied, and duped. For this, parents should always guide their kids when they are first introduced the cyberspace, and people should be made aware all the cyber law for such in ill practice. So this is some conclusion from my side, and one a small video for today also for all of you. And then after
we saw VR and AR, quantum computing and blockchain technology in last video. If you missed that video, I provide the link in top of the right corner and check in the description below. This will be the fifth and last part. Here we are going to see about Internet of Things, 5G, and cybersecurity. If you are watching this video without subscribe us, please click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. Additionally, I have provided subtitle for your convenience. Let's go to the video. Number 1. Internet of Things. IoT. Another promising new technology trend is IoT. Many things are now being built with Wi-Fi connectivity, meaning they can be connected to the internet, and to each other. Hence, the Internet of Things, or IoT. The Internet of Things is the future, and has already enabled devices, home appliances, cars, and much more to be connected to and exchange data over the internet. As consumers, we're already using and benefiting from IoT. We can lock our doors remotely if we forget to when we leave for work and preheat our ovens on our way home from work, all while tracking our fitness on our Fitbits. However, businesses also have much to gain now and in the near future. The IoT can enable better safety, efficiency, and decision-making for businesses as data is collected and analyzed. It can enable predictive maintenance, speed up medical care, improve customer service, and offer benefits we haven't even imagined yet. And we're only in the beginning stages of this new technology trend. Forecasts suggest that by 2030 around 50 billion of these IoT devices will be in use around the world, creating a massive web of interconnected devices spanning everything from smartphones to kitchen appliances. The global spending on the Internet of Things, IoT, is forecast to reach $1.1 trillion in 2022. And if you wish to step foot in this trending technology, you will have to learn about information security, AI and machine learning fundamentals, networking, hardware interfacing, data analytics, automation, understanding of embedded systems, and must have device and design knowledge. Number 2. 5G. The next technology trend that follows the IoT is 5G. Where 3G and 4G technologies have enabled us to browse the internet, use data-driven services, increased bandwidths for streaming on Spotify or YouTube and so much more, 5G services are expected to revolutionize our lives. By enabling services that rely on advanced technologies like AR and VR, alongside cloud-based gaming services like Google Stadia, NVIDIA GeForce Now and much more. It is expected to be used in factories, HD cameras that help improve safety and traffic management, smart grid control and smart retail too. Just about every telecom company like Verizon, T-Mobile, Apple, Nokia Corp, Qualcomm, are now working on creating 5G applications. 5G networks will cover 40% of the world by 2024, handling 25% of all mobile traffic data, making it an emerging technology trend you must watch out for, and also save a spot in. Number 3. Cybersecurity. Cybersecurity might not seem like an emerging technology, given that it has been around for a while, but it is evolving just as other technologies are. That's in part because threats are constantly new. The malevolent hackers who are trying to illegally access data are not going to give up anytime soon, and they will continue to find ways to get through even the toughest security measures. It's also in part because new technology is being adapted to enhance security. As long as we have hackers, cybersecurity will remain a trending technology because it will constantly evolve to defend against those hackers. As proof of the strong need for cybersecurity professionals, the number of cybersecurity jobs is growing 3 times faster than other tech jobs. According to Gartner, by 2025, 60% of organizations will use cybersecurity risk as a primary determinant in conducting third-party transactions and business engagements. You must note that however challenging the field is, it also offers lucrative six-figure incomes, and here are some roles. There are some roles that can earn six-figure income in this field. Ethical hacker, malware analyst, security engineer, and chief security officer. I think these videos could help you to choose your career. Although technologies are emerging and evolving all around us, these 9 technology trends offer promising career potential now and for the foreseeable future. And most of these trending technologies are welcoming skilled professionals, meaning the time is right for you to choose one, get trained, and get on board at the early stages of these trending technologies, positioning you for success now and in the future. That's it, guys. Thanks for staying with us. Thank you for watching.
This is a small presentation from my side regarding a study session. Now, today your session is related to the social engineering. The first half session delivered by our guest speaker, Dr. Shikha Krishna. And then after AI in the social engineering, our Nitin Garg sir. So on behalf of LTTC, welcome to the Dr. Shikha Krishna. And she is the vast experience in the field of the computer science and technology and various universities. She is a professor working as a professor also, and she is just sharing the basic information regarding with all of us social engineering part. On behalf of LTC, warm welcome to the Dr. Shikha Krishna, and all are enjoy this session first half.
Hello. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Shikha Krishan. Am I audible? Okay. So I'm here before you to present a small presentation over the various trends in social engineering. So as you all know, the word engineer always gives a positive influence to all of us. But when we are talking about social engineering, that's not always a positive term for us. Because we are talking about the cyber world. Here, I'm including my contents. What is social engineering? The various works of social engineering, where it works, how it works, the goals of social engineering, various attacks that social engineers generally perform, and how we can prevent these social engineering attacks. Now, what is social engineering? I hope you all are aware about the term engineer. Engineer may be a civil engineer, a computer engineer, an architect. But when we are talking about a social engineer, he is someone who is actually destroying your system, who is actually destroying your data. They are mind players. According to Wikipedia, social engineering carries the act of manipulating people into performing actions or divulging confidential information. Basically, it is how we manipulate the mind of people who are working with organizations, the mind of general people to snatch, to feed their important information, their data, their credentials. Now, this is the definition of social engineering according to Wikipedia. Next, we have a general definition: any kind of psychological manipulation to obtain private or sensitive information. This is actually how we play with the minds of people. In social engineering, an engineer is what actually he do is he psychological try to convince people to give their important details and information so that the company or the hackers use that information for their own sake, for their own purposes. Like they want to destroy the data, or they want to take the details of accounts to withdraw the amount from the accounts. Now, social engineering is the art of exploitation. Yes, this is what I want to say. This is exploitation of human to get data and information that is for their own use or for their company use. Like if I'm having my account details and if somebody is trying to convince me psychologically for the data, that means he is destroying my data for his own sake or for the company where he is doing the work. Social engineering is the art of exploitation of human psychology rather than technical hacking techniques to achieve access to system and data. We all were aware that these processes of hacking are moving from very ancient. This is not a new concept. But when we are talking about social engineering, because now people have become so smart that they don't need uh, software only to destroy the data. If they will, if they will convince the people, then they will going to give their details and they will destroy or damage most of the information or the account details or their money. So this is the technique where people use non-technical ways to destroy human organization informations as well as data. Now, cyber criminals, what they actually do? They use social engineering. These cyber criminals can often be pronounced as social engineers. And what they do is they convince people, people like you, people like me, people like even IT professionals got convinced to click on a malicious software or open email attachments that are infected with malware. This is what they do. They want us to open. They pretend like it's very important and we will get some advantage over it. So we should do. Now, how social engineering works? We all are aware about what is social engineering. I hope everybody have understood it. A social engineer is a person who is a cyber criminal, who is actually destroying our data, who is actually snatching our information for their own sake. Now, how they work? There are 4 stages we have defined for this process, and the information gathering is the first step. This is the first step to perform. They gather the information from whom? The culprit, or whom they are attacking, the victims. Victims may be you or me or anybody else who will going to give their information and will get destroyed their data or their systems even. So there are 4 stages. First is information gathering. Then we have how they establish a relationship, a rapport with the person from whom they want the information. Then exploitation. Then they will get all the details they want for their organization or for their own sake. And then they will execute the final thing. Now, information gathering. This is one of the basic and main process. Until and unless they will not gather information, they will not move over the second step. Because if you are not aware about what sort of information you want, whom you want to damage, how you want to damage, you cannot proceed. For every phase, you have to move from the first, and that is information gathering. You should know how you can get the information from where. It's not like a person, a social engineer wants information from everybody over the road. They have to decide from whom they want the information. The likelihood of success for most attacks depends on this phase. Yes, on this phase. So it's only natural that attackers invest majority of their time. Obviously, if somebody have to snatch the information or destroy your data, then definitely they will have to spend a lot of time that where they have to implement, where they have to implement those attacks, to whom they have to target. Target means whom they have to make the victims. Then with the right information, the attacker can determine the attack vector. If they are having the right information, like this is the person, this is the organization, and this data we have to corrupt, then they will proceed. What they want is they want possibly passwords, likely responses from individuals, because if I will respond right, then it will be beneficial for the software, for the social engineers, and then they will refine their goals. Then they will decide now what we have to do next. At this stage, the attacker becomes familiar and comfortable with the target. Target is the victim whom they have to attack. Now, when they gather the information, they will become quite familiar about the details that what they have to implement and formulates a very strong critics. Critics is they will get a good communication, they will get a good details with their victims. Now, how they will establish relationship and rapport. Information has been gathered. They are trying to gather the information. Now they will try to maintain a good relationship with the person whom they have to make the victim. This way establishes a working relationship with the target. It's not like I'm sitting in India and somebody is sitting outside and we cannot maintain a good relationship. This is what these social engineers do. They maintain a very uh, good communication, very good relationship by convincing you so that you will give their details. They gather the information. Now, what next step is? They will try to make a very good relationship with you just because they want the information. Because until and unless they are not having a good relationship rapport with you, how you will going to give them information? Is it so easy? If somebody will come to me and ask, could you please give me your password, your username? I want to use it. Am I so fool that I will give it directly to him? No. Obviously, they have to maintain a good relationship with me to achieve my details, my credentials. This is a very critical point as the quality of relationship determines the level of cooperation. Because if we are having a very good relationship, then only the person, the victim will going to cooperate with the attacker. Because everybody is not so stupid like they will going to give all your details on a single click, or just you say hi and they will say, okay, I'm going to give you all my credentials, you can use it. No, people have to put their 100% over the victims to get their details. So the level of cooperation can only be maintained if they are having a very good relationship. An extent to which the target will go to help the attacker accomplishes the goal. It can be as brief as hurrying towards the door with a big smile and eye contact. So the target holds the door open for the attacker to walk through. It means we have to impose, we have to pretend that we are your well wisher, that we are doing a favor for you. And then what you will do? Oh, yeah, you're welcome. You want my credentials? Okay, fine, please have it. So, this is what they do. They impose all the good things to pretend a very positive person who is doing a favor to you. It can also be as extensive as building an online relationship with the target through a fake profile. This is a very common thing nowadays. People are building a lot of fake profiles just to get the details. Every second person is moving in it just because we are not aware that somebody is doing this and that. because they even used to copy fake pictures, a fake profile on a dating or social networking site. Then we come to the next phase, and that is exploitation. They have gathered the information, they have built a very good relationship. Now what they do is exploitation. This is the phase where they will snatch, where they will catch, where they will fish the victims. This is when the attacker uses both information and relationships to actively infiltrate the target. Yes. Now what they have to do is they have to gather the information because they have already maintained a relationship. Now they know what sort of information I can get from this victim. In this phase, the attacker focuses on maintaining the momentum of compromise established in phase 2 without raising suspicion. Here, what the attacker have to do is he will try to get the information, but one thing that he has to remember is he don't want to be suspicious for the victims. We have to play a very safe game. Exploitation can take place through the divulging is secret of seemingly unimportant information or excess grant or transfer to the attacker. It means exploitation, what exploitation has done or what exploitation is performing here is secrets of seemingly unimportant information. He is getting all the information that is seemingly unimportant, but basically that information is not always unimportant. That may be useful for the data. So he will exploit by carrying, by taking away the information from the victims. Now, some of the examples of exploitation include act of holding the door open or otherwise the attacker inside the facility. If we will open the door, the attacker will come and he will get all the details. There is no need to come physically, even virtually, if you will going to share your credentials, your username or your password, because we have seen a lot of websites, they are asking a lot of mails, they want you to open an email or an attachment. And on a single click, you will get destroyed your data. And this is also called open the door. So we have to aware, think twice before doing anything like this. This is not a safe world. If we are having good people, we are having bad people at the same time. Disclosing password and username. Yes, always try to think twice, thrice, or even 4 times because that is your username and that is your password. Why you are sharing it with anyone? Why you are sharing? If you can do it, then there is no other person needed to do this. Offering social proof by introducing the company personnel. Many people offer social proof by introducing the system engineer to company personnel. Means they pretend like they are IT professionals and you have to give your social proofs so that they will going to do a favor for your organization. So be aware about it. Inserting a USB flash drive with a malicious payload to a company computer. Yes, even a small USB flash drive can destroy your system because it is infected. So always be aware and don't try to get involved with unknown person just by holding their molding minds. Opening an infected email attachment. Please don't try to open a mail whom you are not at all aware because we every day we used to get thousands and thousands of mails and some mails are so attractive like they are so information useful to us. We think, oh wow, this is very useful, oh maybe I will get some advantage over it. But do you think that somebody is sitting over cyber world and they want your favor or my favor? Somebody wants to give me some lottery advantages. No, that's not so easy, and it's just to make people foolish. Now, last is execution. We have got the information gathered, then we have built a good relationship with the victims, and then we have exploited the information, and now we have to execute the process. We have completed the 3 tasks that are required to execute the process. It. This phase is when the attacker achieves their ultimate task or for various reasons, the attack ends in a way that is not suspicious. The attacker always think that before he will get suspicious in the eyes of others, the eyes of victim, he will try to finish the process and move out just because he don't want to get cash. So if he feel or if he realize that yeah, maybe the other person, the victim, is realizing that I am fake, he will try to stop the process over there and he will move away. Generally, an attack ends before the target begins to understand what is happening. Yes, before I understand what is happening to me, the person, the social engineer, will try to move away. Instead, the attacker ends with the target feeling like something good for someone else, ensuring possible future interactions to continue. He pretend like we are having a very positive communication and we are having a very positive things between us, and now we will try to move for further, because if he will catch once, then he will not going to do it same with the same person again. You have to aware, because it's not like somebody is damaging my data once and then he will move away to some other person. Maybe he will try to do it again, because it's not like only once they want to destroy. They will try to continue it till, because it's a lifelong process. We have to work every time, every day. So they are in a continuation of doing all these things regularly. In addition, the attacker erases digital footprints and ensures no items or informations are left behind. That is why they are called social engineers. They are very smart. They know that they have to delete all the digital footprints so that nobody will recognize that this man may be doing something wrong with them or their data or their PCs. As a result, the attacker accomplishes two goals. First, the target does not know an attack took place. Yes, he has achieved his goal. Because if he is not being suspected by the victims, then he has completed his two goals, and they are, the target have not understand that what happened to him. And second, the attacker keeps his identity hidden. So he is safe, because neither he has been catched and he is still able to secure his identity. Then what are the various goals of social engineering? Everybody knows that if a social engineer is trying to convince people, then what his aim is to fool someone, and for what? To gain his valuable information. Valuable information means details, my credentials, my profile details, my account details, my company data details, or that may be some other information that is important for me as well as for the attackers, because they want to destroy it or allowed to the confidential information. Confidential information is basically a company's very valuable information that they never share with every person who are there. Now, what are the basic goals? There are three basic goals of social engineering. One is getting confidential information. That is the information which company is not liable to share with everyone over the company. There are very few officials, very high raised few officials whom we can share these confidential information. Then get authentication credentials. These credentials may be your username or your password. That password and username will be associated with any of the accounts that you have designed over cyber. Then you have gain access control. Now anyone, any other person can control the access of your data, your account. So these are the goals that a social engineer try to fulfill. Now, what are the various types of social engineer attacks? Attacks. There are so many attacks. Earlier, people used to do technical attacks. They used to destroy our discs, our DVDs, our VCDs, our floppy disks, our pen drives. Now, what they want to do? They want to attack our brain. They want to attack our mind. They want to destroy us psychologically. They want to convince that they are doing a favor to us. But actually, what they are doing? They are not doing a favor. They are destroying us. They are destroying our data. If they are destroying our data, obviously they are destroying, somehow they are destroying it. So we have some type of social engineering attacks I have taken, though there are a long list of attacks, but still I have choose a very few. One is phishing attack. Then we have spear phishing, whaling, smishing, wishing, baiting, piggybacking, pretexting, business email compromises, quid pro quo, honey traps, shareware, and watering hole attacks. Now we will begin with phishing attack. Phishing, as the term phishing means to fish someone, to catch someone, to involve someone in your fake motives. It occurs when scammers use any communication like emails to catch the information. They send you email that your details are required for the further proceeding of bank accounts, and we people don't think it twice, and we what we do, we used to share our information. So they fished us, we got trapped over it. Then these messages look identical to ones from trusted sources. Yes, because we are not so aware and we never think on that way because we are not social engineers. Na? So what we do is we trust them and we share our details. Phishing has increased more than tenfold. Yes, this is increasing day by day because they are sending emails and people are sharing their details and they got trapped. Now, there are three main goals of any phishing scam. First is get you to click a link. What they want, please you have to click this link and then you will get this or you will get the details what you have to fill further. And we people never think it twice. And what we do, we click on the link. Then get you to download an attachment. People want us to download an attachment and that is infectious and we got damaged. We got it damaged. Get you to enter your credentials on a website. They offer ask us to enter our credentials, our details, and what they then happen, they will get our credentials because it's not like always if they are demanding us to share our credentials, and it's not like we are sharing it on the real, on the logical, on the genuine website. They have framed fake websites and we move to that website and then we will share our credentials. So we get trapped completely. So don't try to think it. Always try to think multifold, multi-factor. Always try to think many times. Then spear phishing. An attack when hacker attack an individual organization. It's like when he tried to attack some particular. In phishing, people want to attack everyone. They don't bother who is next. Company is having 200 employees, they want to attack everyone over there. But when we are talking about spear phishing, they want to target some particular individual or some particular organization, like some defense organizations or some bank organizations. A new take on spear phishing is called angler phishing. This occurs when scammers impersonate copies the details. This occurs when scammers impersonate on social media with the goal of getting you to send them your login information. So this is what happened. They want your login information just because now they don't want you to log in. They can do it themselves because they want your details, so they can do it themselves. That is why they want your credentials. So here what they actually do is they have to target some particular individual or some particular organization in spear phishing. Now we have whaling. Whaling is a term used to describe phishing attacks that are specific to high profile persons, like some celebrities or some ministers, if they want to attack them. Why they want to attack over them? Just due to some financial advantages, or they want to destroy their identity. Even if they want to destroy their identity,
आज ये क्लास ले रहे हैं
financial advantage over
यहाँ
there.
पर कितना जा रखा है
Main purpose of doing it
ये क्या
to get
क्यों
financial.
घर पे याद
The victims of
हाँ जी
whaling attacks
मैम
are considered big
हेलो
time. These targets offer great potential to scammers, either large financial payouts or access to valuable data. So whaling is a technique where they want to attack very high profile people for the advantage of their valuable data because they have a lot of confidential information they too don't want to share with anyone. So what they do is they will snatch the information and then they will try to compromise with those high profile celebrities to secure it or to give it back. So, and what is the basic purpose they used to do is financial fear. Sorry for the sound that is coming. Now, what is smishing and wishing? Smishing as a term sounds, it is SMS phishing, and wishing is voice phishing. Like we all know that in organizations or the social engineers, they are not always like, I want to attack a person and I will attack him, then the other person, then the third person, then the fourth person. Even they used to attack in bulk. And for what, for this, what they used to do, they have to send SMS in bulk. Smishing is a term used to describe phishing, the use of text messages, because as the term pronounced SMS, SMS means text messages. If we have to target a large crowd of the population, what we used to do, we used to smish them, or we used to wish them by voice or by SMS we used to do. There's also wishing where we used to do it on phone. Wishing is especially widespread in businesses. In businesses, people used to do this because it's like if we are talking about business, then we have to convince people more. We have to if if we are talking about an individual, you can send SMS and he or she may not be so careful about it, and he or she may respond to it quickly. But when we are talking about business, obviously people will try to listen what you are talking, and they will find it fruitful. Oh, he's talking about my favor, then he will get trapped over it. So voice phishing, that is wishing, is basically prevailing in business organizations. Scammers will contact a company's front desk. Obviously, front desk is the area where we have to first communicate in an organization, or the customer service, or the HR, or the IT personnel, and claim to need personal information about an employee. Just because they want the information, they directly call. And we will not think over it. We think, oh, they want the details, okay, we will share it. Because we have not thought their way. Then what is baiting? Baiting is a type of social engineering attack in which scammers lure victims. They try to lure, they try to give something in return of something. It's like, you do me a favor, I will do a favor to you. Into providing sensible information by promising them something valuable in return. For example, scammers create pop-up ads. We have seen a lot of pop-up ads on our website. Whenever we open a website, there are pop-up ads we found over it. And these pop-up ads will give some fruitful messages to us, like you will get this, or you will get that offer, or you will freely, you can download this application, or this movie, or this song, or you will get this amount. But this is nothing. This is how they are making fool to us, because nobody is sitting over there to do our favor. This is what we have to remember. Scammers create pop-up ads that are like free games or music or movies. If you click on the link, what happened? What happened? Are you? Am I audible? Okay. Then what
Yes.
happened is we get infected with malware. Yes. So don't try to open those pop-up ads. They are just to lure you. They are just to make you fool. They are just to make you, oh, you are getting offered. I'm feeling, oh wow, I'm getting it. I will, because it's free of cost. And we are humans. We are in a tendency of getting free things, but these free are not always fruitful. And if we are talking about cyber world, really, we have to face a lot of such things. And to secure ourselves, we have to think twice or thrice. Then we have piggybacking or tailgating. Piggybacking and tailgating both refers to a type of crime in which an authorized person allows an unauthorized person access to a restricted area. Hereby, that's not like intentionally I will allow some unauthorized person to enter. Maybe they have convinced me. Maybe they have tried to ask me those details in such a way that I will allow that person to enter over there. This type of social engineering happens at our workplaces. If you let someone follow you into your building, if I will allow someone, because if I'm not cautious, things will get damaged. It could happen at your apartment building also. It could happen to my system also if I will share my credentials. People will attack technically or non-technically. They will come to me and they will destroy my system. They will insert a damaged flash USB drive. My system will get damaged with it. So we have to think whether we are sharing it with an authorized person. So we should have to be aware. If they are pretending like they are acting like social engineers and smart people who are doing a favor to me, even we have to pretend like we have to think like, who is this man and how I should know that he is a real man. He is a genuine man and he is doing a right thing for myself or for my organization. Even we have to think that way. Then only we can save ourselves. But generally, what we people used to do, okay, I have to open this link. I will get this advantage. Yeah, yeah, I will click it. And everything will get destroyed over there. Then tailgating. Tailgating also includes giving unauthorized users access to your company device. This is quite same with that. We allow others to access our data. They are not authorized, but because we are authorized and we have got the permissions to move in that restricted area, we allow other person. And they enter because we allowed them and then they can use our credentials to destroy our data, our information, our PC. They may put our device at risk and they can spread malicious code throughout the rest of our company. Not only one system, they can destroy all because now they have entered the restricted area and they can get details of other system also. Because you are an authorized person and you know about your company details and you have allowed them, obviously they will get the details over there. Next is pretexting. Pretexting occurs when someone creates a fake person or misuse their actual role. Like if somebody is pretending like he's so and so and he wants our details on behalf of that organization just for this purpose, and we are not aware because we are not thinking that way, because he already protects himself, he always pretended like he's that person, and we will lose over there. It's what most often happens with data breaches from the inside. This is how we lose our data. These scammers establish trust using their title. Yes, they use fake titles even. But they convince victims to give them sensitive data. They pretend like they are the high-fi officials of that IT organizations or that defense organizations, and they want our details. They pretend like they are directly talking to us for the details of our data or information. So we involve in it. We never think like it's like, oh, this official is talking to me. I have to share this information because we people are like some hi-fi person wants the information. We will never think, oh, how can I question to a person like him? He's such a hi-fi professional, na? How can I question? This is what happened to us, and there we got trapped because they are only pretexting. They are only pretending like they are that title holders, but actually they are not. They know people will be hesitant to question them, to be scared to push back on these impersonators. They will not question that who you are and how I come to believe that you are this and that. Even if something seems off, even if you are feeling like he may not be, but you will not question because there is always a doubt. If he is so and so, then I may be wrong or I may be punished or something will happen to me. So this is what happened. We share our details and we lose our data. Then we have business email compromise, that is BEC. There are three main types of BEC attacks in social engineering. They are impersonation, account compromise, and thread hijacking. Impersonation is like we are pretending, we are demanding on behalf of someone. This occurs, sorry. This occurs when scammers use spoof emails to pose as a person or a trusted vendor or client. Impersonation means I'm pretending like I am this and that, and I am sending spoof emails on behalf of to, and I will act like trusted vendors, though I'm not. They will ask their target to send fraudulent to change payroll and direct deposit information or share sensitive information. This is what happens. They will pretend and they will send you spoof emails and they want your details over here. Then you have account compromise. This occurs when hacker gain access to your account. Means now you have shared your details and they can use your account. They can use employees' email addresses. And what scammers can do, they can reply to anyone over the company portal and share company wide containing malicious code. Like if I will share my account details, now they can have access over it and they can use it for their own purpose. And their purpose maybe to to send infection to all the systems for the organizations. Then we have thread hijacking. What earlier you have done is impersonate. You pretend and you gain the access. Now what account compromise? You they have gained and infected they have infected your data or your PCs or your companies, all the PCs over your companies. And now what is thread hijacking is, this is an advanced take on an account compromise attack. Means account have already been hacked. Now what they do is they will compromise inboxes where you will find RE. You know the meaning of RE when we are talking about an email. Anybody know about the meaning of RE? Okay. Thread hijacking occurs when hackers can compromise inboxes for subject lines containing RE. RE implies reply, and here they automatically reply with small yes, it's reply. Thank you. Then they automatically reply with malware laced messages because they think that if I'm getting re, that means it is linked with the person who is sending, and nobody outside the organizations is doing it, or none of any unauthorized person is doing it. So they got trapped, and with RE they found, oh yeah, this is a company email and I have to reply over it, and there we got trapped. Recipients open the hacked email not thinking twice because they know the sender. This is what happens because the sender is the attacker who have already compromised the account, and but we are not aware. That is why after seeing that reply, oh, this is from my colleague, I will have to reply. And what we do is we got it infectious. Then we have quid pro quo attack, that is tech support scam. It's like a favor for a favor. Human tendency is like, oh, I will share this detail and they will going to give me some good some prize or something like that in return. Okay, I will share it. But this is how they are fooling us, how they are playing with our minds, and there we got stuck. The most common version of a quid pro quo occurs when scammers pretend to be from department or other technical service providers, from IT department or some other technical service providers. But this is not so. They are only pretending, pretexting, but they are not so. They are not doing any favor to us. They are doing their own favor. They only want the information just to destroy our system or our data or our valuable information, or to gain access in our credentials. They will call or message you with an offer to speed up your internet. Obviously, a lot of people face the problem of, oh, my net is so slow and I'm not getting it with the speed what I am. Oh, they are giving me an offer, I will get it. But why? And why they will give it to you? So please try to think twice over it. Extend a free trial or even give you free gift card, which is not possible. Don't try to make yourself fool in return for trying out software. This is what quid pro quo attack do. They will favor you and they will give you a favor and they will get a favor, but there is nothing like, only they are favored, and they are favored. And you will lose and lose. So always think twice over it. Then we have honey traps. Honey traps are like romance scams. People often make false profiles on Facebook or even Snapchat. Snapchat is very common for this purpose. They will get some nicey pictures from somewhere. They will copy them, paste them, and they will try to communicate on online sites with you. Why they are doing so? They will pretend like I will gift you and you will gift me this and that, and this is how you will get trapped over here. Honey traps are a type of romance scam in which scammers create fake online dating. Yes, this is fake. They are not at all real. A lot of people get indulged in this every day. And social profiles have maintained using attractive stolen photos. Yes, those photos are not real. They are stolen. But people are not aware. They think, oh, they may be real. For example, a military romance scam, the fraudsters will pose like an active service member stationed far away and unable to meet in person. They will pretend like I'm living there, I'm in military, so I can't meet you. So we will talk over here. Their purpose is not always like to get something. Sometimes they want to talk all rubbish. Sometimes they want your details. So there are a lot of things that can damage. Though they may be next to you. Once they identify a target, they will start sending flirty and provocative messages. Yes, this is where the beginning happens. And quickly their victims, they are in love with them. This is called honey trap. With goody goody thoughts and goody goody messages, people will get involved in it. Oh, he's so serious about me, and okay, okay, we are having a good chemistry over here. Let's begin, let's continue. But the need of the victim is to prove they feel the same by sending gifts. This is what they do. They want gifts, cash, or cryptocurrency. But what they actually do is they will start it with online dating to trap you. Honey traps are especially rampant, that is spreading everywhere. They are spread everywhere on social media sites. Like Snapchat is very common for this purpose. So don't try to trust all these fake websites and don't try to chat over there. Make sure you're always staying safe and are aware of the dangers of online dating. Because once you start, you will not find it so easy to move and to realize that no, this is not the way. Then we have scareware. Scareware is also known as fraudware or decryption software or route scanner software. What it does is it frightens victims into believing under imminent threat. For example, you could receive a mail saying that your device has been infected. They will send you such messages like your device being infected if you will not get this or you will not. Basically, they will try to convince you that you are on a danger and you will have to save yourself. But there is nothing like. Basically, you are on the safe side, but they will try to convince you. They will play with you just because they want to involve that danger. So they will send you such messages. They are called scareware. These messages will pretend like you have to install this or you have to use this antivirus just now because otherwise your system will get corrupt. But there is nothing like. Scareware often appears as pop-ups in your browser. They are also appear as pop-ups in our browser. It's appear in spam emails. I hope that everybody finds spam emails in their mailboxes. Victims are supposed to click on a button to either remove the virus or download software. This is what they give you a chance. Okay, you just do one thing, you click that button or you remove the virus or download the software, then you will uninstall the malicious code. But doing so is what causes the malicious software to get in. You will not get it removed because you are on the safer side. But by doing it, you will actually get the malicious software. So always think over it. And then we have watering hole attack. A watering hole attack occurs when hackers infect a site to know you regularly visit. If I used to visit a site regularly, then these scammers will get to know, okay, they are using it frequently. Then they will try to damage me that way because they are aware, okay, he or she have visited this site 4 times, 5 times in a day. So that means they are a regular user of it. Okay, I will play some game by building some other infectious websites of that same version of that same name. When you visit the site, you automatically download or you will taken to the version of the site, not the actual site, because the actual site is safe. But the version which is already damaged, which is already infected, you will went there and you will get infected. you will get your system, your account infected. For example, scammers could divert you away from a normal login page to one designed to steal your account. Got it? The page where you are logging every day, you will you will not log in on that page now, because the stealer, the scammer have moved to some other page, because now they are aware that this person is using it every day. That means he's a regular respondent to this website. Okay, I will do this. I will damage by this way. I will make another website and allow him to move over there. So scammers could divert you away from a normal login page to one designed to steal your account name and password. Just because they want your credentials, they will move you to that other website which is already damaged. And you know why they did so? Because they want your username and password. Because now they don't need you to log in. They can do it yourself. It will look exactly the same. The same means that same original website where you were moving every day, what you were using every day. But anything you enter will go straight to the scammer. Whatever you enter in that fake website, fake version of the original website, whatever you enter over there, it will directly go to the scammer and they will get all your details with them. Now they don't need you to access their, now they don't need you to access your account because they have got the details over them. Now, what are the ways of preventing social engineering attacks? There are several ways we can be conscious about and we can save ourselves from these attacks. Like, don't open email attachments from questionable sources. If you are not, if you will not rely over some website, then there is no need to open it. Don't believe tempting offers. People give you tempting offers, very interesting offers. They will lure you, oh, you will get these offers and that offers. Please don't try to believe it. Use secure email and web gateways. Always try to use secure email. We are having a lot of detailed information about which sites, which accounts are safe, which apps are safe. Then we will try to go with them only to secure our data, to secure our confidential information. Use secure email and web gateways. Use multi-factor authentication. Like, always try to think twice, thrice, 4 times, or even 5 times. Use many ways to authenticate. Don't try to move once only. Use updated antivirus software. Always try to use updated because they can only protect your PC, your data. Set your spam filters too high. Always try to set your spam filters so that you cannot get trapped in spams, because otherwise you will find your account, go and found, you will get a lot of spams every day on your account. So what you have to do is set your filters too high so that you will get them erased, you will get them removed, because it's not 100% that you will always get secured account, but there may be chances that you will get only few spams over there. Then reject request for help. People often ask for help. Please help me, I'm living there and there, and if you will help, like, don't try to open such links, don't try to open such websites where you will have to help. There are so many people near you where you can help. Don't try to move on social world to help people. Then be cautious about downloads. Always think twice before you have to download something, because everything is infectious. Everything means 99% things are infectious over the web world. So always think that which site or which app is reliable and which I can open. When in doubt, copy and paste links. If you are having any doubt, then don't try to open the link directly. Please try to copy it and use it on another page. Just do one thing, you just copy the link and you just open another page and there you will paste, because then the chances of that infectious will get reduced over. So please don't try to directly open it. The chances will quite reduce if you will do this, because doubts will often get lower and you will get the links quite safe. Pause before opening an email or clicking a link on a website. Always pause before opening an email. So don't try to open an email or clicking just by, oh, I'm finding it so nice and I can open it, I can go through it. No, there is no need to do it. You just think. If you have any doubts, then don't try to open it. Because doubts often create complexity. And then thank you. Thank you, everybody. If you have any queries, please. If you have any queries, please ask. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for ma'am Shikha. And next session is same topic, basically basic idea given from her side. And next is Nitin sir, AI in the artificial intelligence. Okay. So after break, we can start. If any question and query, you can ask in the chat box. And we meet again 15 minute break now, and then start AI in social engineering. Okay, and PPT presentation from the Dr. Shikha Krishna and from my side also. Both are shared just now in your group. Okay, so you can collect and thank for the listening and thank for Dr. Shikha Krishna for this basic idea regarding the social engineering for the upcoming next half session. We go for the better. Just we break for and then again join, sir. Thank you, sir. Just wait for 15 minutes.